The heat of the Philadelphia summer in 1776 was suffocating, but inside the State House, the air was thick with a different kind of tension. For days, delegates argued, sweated, and debated behind closed doors, aware the parchment was an act of high treason against the British crown. Thomas Jefferson sat quietly, watching his colleagues pore over the words he had spent days meticulously drafting. Outside, the world was a chaotic blur of wartime uncertainty, but inside this room, a new nation was being articulated on paper. When final edits were made and the draft adopted on that humid 4th day of July, there were no immediate fireworks or grand parades. Instead, there was a profound, solemn hush. The collective realization that 13 separate colonies had just bound their fates together. As news spread from the capital, public reaction transformed from quiet awe into a roaring celebration. In town squares across the colonies, the Declaration was read aloud to crowds of farmers, merchants, and soldiers. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness rang out over tolling church bells, booming cannons, and crackling bonfires. They weren't just celebrating a document. They were cheering for a fragile, daring promise of freedom. 250 years later, that same spark burns bright. Today marks the historic Semiquincentennial, the 250th anniversary of that fateful July day. Across a nation stretched from coast to coast, generations look up at the same night sky, connected by a thread of history. That began with a single sheet of parchment and a timeless, revolutionary dream. Like, subscribe, follow, and share. xhortxtories Infinite Imagination.